screaming and hollering, and it was just like, it was like that quick, and it was done.
A hunt for answers in Kansas after 2 deputies were gunned down by an inmate in their custody. Plus, how environmentalists are trying to reduce the effects of red tide in Sarasota Bay. And why some aren't buying into the Atlanta Braves hype in Northport. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 11.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. First tonight, a tragedy outside a Kansas City courthouse. 2 deputies gunned down, possibly with their own firearm, by an inmate in their custody. ABC's Elizabeth Herr reports.
And it's a tremendous, great loss to our agency.
A Kansas City community in mourning after 2 deputies were killed in the line of duty. Patrick Rohrer and Teresa King were moving prisoners from a court hearing Friday morning when one of the inmates somehow got a hold of a gun and opened fire.
Pop, 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 and a bunch of screaming and hollering, and it was just like, it was like that quick, and it was done.
The investigation suggesting one of the deputies' weapons may have been used. The courthouse placed on lockdown.
We were locked inside of a courtroom.
35-year-old Deputy Rohrer, a father of 2, died Friday. 44-year-old Deputy King, a mother of 3, passed away overnight. Now they are being remembered for the way they carried themselves.
Deputy King and Deputy Rohrer did not just offer to us a total gift of themselves yesterday. They did it each and every day that they stepped out into our community.
The suspect was wounded in the struggle and taken to the hospital. A vigil in memory of the officers is set for Sunday evening. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
And just in tonight, some shocking new video out of Russia where the World Cup is currently taking place. Now, the scene where a taxi driver lost control and plowed through a busy sidewalk. Quick warning, the video we are about to show you may be upsetting to watch. That incident happening only 650 feet from Red Square and Moscow's famous Gum shopping arcade. Take a look, the taxi veering onto the pavement and accelerating, hitting several pedestrians. People rush to the driver's side, and as you can see, trying to get the driver out of that car, but he flees. Police say the driver has since been detained. Russia downplaying this incident, saying preliminary information indicates the driver simply lost control. There were no immediate details, however, on the severity of the pedestrian's injuries. Now to a developing story here in Sarasota. An investigation underway into 2 burglaries at businesses overnight. Take a look at these 2 photos released by the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office showing the front doors of 2 banks smashed and glass covering the ground. The first burglary took place at 4:45 this morning at an alarm alerting authorities for the PNC Bank on Fruitville Road. Then just minutes later, they were called to the Bank of America, also on Fruitville Road in Sarasota. One person is in custody, but it is unclear if any charges have been filed. The focus now for the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is finding out if these 2 crimes are connected. The erosion crisis on Lido Beach attracting a surprise visitor to the area today. U.S. Senator Marco Rubio walking Lido Beach in a dress shirt and brown leather shoes, accompanied by Sarasota city officials. Days earlier, Sarasota was approved for more than $13 million in federal funding for restoration efforts. Sarasota was one of 9 projects in Florida to receive funding from the Army Corps of Engineers 2018 work plan. Rubio says the erosion on Lido is the worst he's ever seen in the state.
A third of economic activity here is driven by the beaches. If we don't get that fixed, people are going to stop coming. It's going to hurt property values, local businesses, and local government's revenues. So we were able to work with them to get a big project approved at the federal level. And now our job is, now that it's approved and the money's there, is just to get it down here as quickly as possible so they can get going on this project by late this year, early next year.
The Army Corps of Engineers plan to dredge sand from Big Pass, a proposal that has long drawn opposition from Siesta Key residents concerned it could affect their shoreline just to the south. Efforts to restore shellfish to Sarasota Bay are now underway. Earlier today, Sarasota Bay Watch and Mote Marine Lab worked together to release nearly 30,000 clams into the water. This comes thanks to efforts to improve the bay's water quality in recent years, something that the commissioner of Florida Fish and Wildlife's Conservation Commission says is a concern for them in a lot of the state's waterways.
We try to improve Florida's habitat as a whole. We have challenges associated with overfishing, commercial use of our wonderful resources, and we also have water quality issues. This addresses all three of those.
The president of the Sarasota Bay Watch says this release should also help with future outbreaks of red tide, as clam populations can reduce the effects. And those are effects we have been seeing in parts of our area. Let's go over to Wendy Ross for a check on our first alert weather forecast tonight. Wendy?
And right now we do have beach hazard that is now in effect until Sunday night as a result of the red tide. And you can see some of these areas here that are being affected, and this is all across our Sun Coast. And so these are the areas that we are looking at right now. And what you will be able to do is, if you go to Mote Marine's website, you'll be able to find area beaches, and you'll be able to determine whether the beach that you're interested in is actually experiencing areas of dead fish, or if there is something that is causing respiratory irritations. And so that will all be listed on their site. So that's something to look for. Of course, we'll also have that on our site so that you'll know how to get there. Just go to mysuncoast.com and you'll be able to find that out. In the meantime, right here across our area, we don't have anything to show you. There's no rain around. Things are quiet for us along the west coast here. Just a couple of showers around Fort Myers. Other showers have been lined up along the east coast, heading down to the south. But along the Sun Coast, things have been very quiet throughout the day. We've had periods of rain earlier in the afternoon, not having produced all that much. And so right now, we're looking at temperatures mostly in the low 80s, so it's still very warm. We're expecting to bottom out tonight into the upper 70s, but presently it's 82 degrees. The winds are calm. The humidity is around 78%. And for the rest of tonight and into the overnight time period, notice that the temperatures bottom out to about 76, and that's going to take place during the early morning hours before we start to see a very quick warm up, and that starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we'll let you know how the rest of the weekend is shaping up in just a minute, and a look at our work week forecast as well in just a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. The Atlanta Braves will soon join the Baltimore Orioles, Pittsburgh Pirates, and Tampa Bay Rays, who currently call the Sun Coast their spring training homes. Construction is underway for the Braves' brand new stadium in the West Villages district of Northport. ABC 7's Erica Jackson spoke to Braves fans eager to purchase season tickets today, and some others not so excited for the team's arrival in 2020.
Excited that they're down here in Florida now.
Georgia native Tish Murphy grew up an Atlanta Braves fan and wasted no time buying season tickets for 2020 spring training. The first full spring the team will be down the street from her Nokomis home.
My brother's ready to come, my parents, a lot of other cousins and relatives, so we'll have a lot of people down here in spring training.
They won't be alone. The West Villages district expects 73,000 fans will visit the new stadium in Northport in 2 years. The crown jewel of a $100 million spring training complex will seat more than 7,000 people. Louise Elio worries that can mean thousands of cars near her home in walking distance from the future stadium.
Unfortunately, I think it's going to become like another Lakewood Ranch, that is going to be a turn signal every couple feet and what have you. So I think that's going to be very, very frustrating.
There was a traffic problem before we got here.
Mike Dunn is the team's vice president of Florida operations. He says the team is working on a master plan with local leaders to make sure there's an adequate number of police officers and proper traffic management before the 2020 season.
We definitely will be able to support the ingress and egress movement of our fans. Concern for us as well.
Murphy wishes the Braves didn't have to start their final spring training season in Orlando next year.
We're going to be really proud to have them down here because they are America's team.
The Braves will play their last game of the 2019 spring training season at the new facility, and the stadium will officially open in April of 2019. Reporting in Northport, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you very much, Erica. Well, after several recent bicycle-related deaths in and around the city of Venice, the city is looking to do more to keep people safe. Florida is #1 in the country when it comes to fatalities for cyclists, and Sarasota County is home of the Legacy Trail, a popular attraction for those same cyclists and other pedestrians. That's why during a city council meeting this week, there was a call to action for building wider sidewalks for both pedestrians and bicyclists. The next step, a meeting with the Sarasota-Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization in July. The state is asking a federal judge to put a recently filed lawsuit on hold. It challenges the state's decision to ban college campuses as early voting sites. The League of Women Voters and several college students sued the Secretary of State in federal court. They say that having early voting sites on campus would bring about a higher turnout of young voters.
They may not have a way to get to an early voting place. They may not have a car. It might be way out of the way. We want to encourage our young people to engage in the civic process.
Attorneys argue that the suit belongs in state court. They asked a U.S. judge to place a stay on the lawsuit or completely dismiss it. Under a new push by Florida Senator Marco Rubio, falling behind on federal student loan payments wouldn't automatically result in the loss of a teaching or driver's license. Supporters say the policies don't make sense because they make it even harder for people to get out of debt and ensure that borrowers are able to continue working to pay off their loans. The bill would also let borrowers file for prospective injunctive relief if a state violates the terms of the act. A reminder, if you haven't made plans for Father's Day yet, you may want to get on it. Dad's Big Day is coming up tomorrow. And to help Suncoast families celebrate, the JFCS hosted its 4th annual Healthy Fathers Reunion today. The event bringing back all of the dads that have graduated from the Healthy Fathers program for a day of face painting, arts and crafts, and family photo sessions. They say it helps fathers connect to their kids and understand the responsibilities of being a father.
When children grow up with their father next to them on a daily basis, you know, there's a huge reduction in regards to truism and in regards to drugs, alcohol, addictions.
The JFCS Healthy Fathers program takes 13 weeks to complete and is absolutely free. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, a boardwalk fire sparks change in Venice's park policy. And a rare sighting here on the Suncoast, but it seems to be happening a lot more often.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on MySuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at MySuncoast.com/dining.
Current law states that fires are prohibited in all parks, beaches, and recreational areas except for cooking fires using the city-approved permanently installed grills in designated picnic areas and between the hours of 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Portable grills are not allowed. If it passes the second and final reading on Tuesday, June 26th, the law will go into effect immediately. Well, caught on camera, another rare sighting which is quickly becoming not so common. Take a look at this. Fishing captain Barry Moss from Bradenton shooting this video as he encountered several whale sharks on Thursday. He says he was about 20 miles off the coast of Anna Maria Island when he spotted that pod. Are they called pods? I don't know. One of the animals coming up to the vessel before swimming off. Look at that shot right there. Wow. Man, that is close. In the other direction, whale sharks are the world's largest fish, and scientists at Mote Marine say their visits to waters around the Suncoast are few and far between, but this marks the second sighting in only a few weeks. So at what point does it become a pattern and not so rare, I wonder?
Wow, that would just, I would say that would scare me to death.
It's about the size of the boat, depending on what kind of boat you're in.
Yeah, oh wow, but isn't that an amazing thing? And it looked gentle.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't look like it was going to hurt anybody.
Yeah,
so
that
would make me feel a little bit more comfortable. Not a Jaws shark. That's true. That's good. Well, we are looking at quiet conditions right now. We've had a fairly quiet day today. Some pockets of rain, but for the most part, things are just quiet at this hour. At any rate, we do have partly cloudy skies across the region, and we're going to continue to see partly cloudy skies as the night wears on. So what we've got are a few showers that have been taking place across the west coast of Florida, and then those showers, the east coast of Florida, and those showers are going to be moving on out into the Atlantic, and so we're not going to see them coming over here. And along the west coast, we've been very quiet as well. As you can see, across the area, we have had no rain and no showers are coming on in. So things are going to maintain. Tonight, we're going to see maybe a few clouds around, and that's going to be about it. Now, this picture looks very impressive because this is our enhanced imagery, and this is the area down around the Yucatan Peninsula where they have been experiencing, of course, that low pressure system that developed, and that low pressure system is now crossed over the Yucatan Peninsula and is now in the Gulf of Mexico. There's a 20% chance over the next 2 days that it could develop, and the same 20% chance is in effect for the next 5 days. But now it appears as though it'll be moving around the areas of Texas and Louisiana and staying away from the state of Florida. Now keep in mind, this is where Alberto formed, and Alberto made a beeline over to Florida. This system is moving away from us, and so the chances for rain have really gone down for our region. What we're looking at right now is that we've got partly cloudy skies taking place And across the northeastern part of the state, that's where most of the rain has been throughout the day and pushing off towards the Atlantic. And in the meantime, out here in the Gulf of Mexico, we've got all this wet weather that will continue to move away from us. So we're not likely to see the rain showers develop until late in the day tomorrow. And that's because they're going to be coming from the east coast over to the west coast. So we'll start to see the showers lining up over the central part of the state beginning at around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then taking their time getting over to the west coast late in the day. So that's what we're expecting to see across our viewing area before we go back to those partly cloudy skies. So it's going to be a typical summer-like day for tomorrow. Today we got up to a high of 91. The overnight low was 75 degrees. Right now we have temperatures in the 70s and 80s all across the region. Our temperatures for the most part following the trend that's taking place around the state. And if you are heading to the beach tomorrow, keep in mind that beach advisory talking about that red tide, and that's taking place at some beaches. It's causing irritation, throat and eyes, and so that's something to be wary of. You can go to mysuncoast.com to find out the beaches that are affected, and that's the Moat site that you'll find. A couple of afternoon showers are likely, but again, late in the day when those showers are going to start to affect the coastline. Now, over the next 7 days, this is what we will see. Only a 30% chance of rain on Sunday. We keep the rain chances high on Monday as those showers will come in throughout the overnight time period and then continue into Monday. But then some drier air starts to come in on Tuesday, and so we're going to see that drier air affect us all the way through to the upcoming weekend. Temperatures stay right around that 90-degree mark with overnight lows in the mid to upper 70s. So enjoy tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful start to the day. Adam?
Now, sports.
Well, today was round 3 of the U.S. Open in Long Island, New York, and Shinnecock Hills Golf Course proving to be quite the challenge. Dustin Johnson watching a 4-stroke lead disappear today, finishing 7 over on the round, tied for first at 3 over through 3 days. Defending champion Brooks Koepka moving up and into that 4-way tie for first place. There's a long par putt right there, and here is who is with him. Tony Finau, Daniel Berger, all entering Sunday's final round in the lead. Phil Mickelson shocked golf fans today with this move on the 13th hole. As his bogey putt rolled past the hole, Mickelson chases it down and hits it back up towards the hole while it's moving. That is a 2-stroke penalty, and Mickelson would finish 6 over par on that one hole, 11 over on the round, and afterwards was swarmed by press at the clubhouse, where he explained it was all part of a strategy.
Not laugh. It's funny. It's it's just part of the U.S. Open. It's just funny, and I don't mean it disrespectful. So I hope nobody's, if you're taking it that way, look, I'm sorry. That's not the way it's meant. I just wanted to get to the next hole, and I didn't see that happening at the time without the 2 shots.
Yeah, Mickelson just barely making the cut for Sunday. He was 17 over in the tournament so far, and that is not what Lefty was hoping for on today, his 48th birthday. Well, the start of the College World Series in Omaha, Oregon State taking on North Carolina. That's catcher Cody Roberts giving the Tar Heels an early 2-1 lead with the RBI single. Lots of miscues in this game for Oregon State. 3 errors and a pass ball, almost all of those turning into runs. The Beavers made a nice push at the end, but UNC hangs on for the 8-6 victory. And right now it is Washington and Mississippi State playing in their opening round game, and sorry about that, we did not have the right score in there for that game happening right now on ESPN. Well, that is it for sports. Your lotto numbers are coming up straight ahead.
In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. I'm retired Colonel Greg Gatson, and it's my mission to help you get the benefits and services you've earned. If you need to file a VA claim, remember these important steps. Submit an online claim through ebenefits.va.gov. Work with an accredited Veterans Service Organization, or VSO. And if you need to attend a VA claim exam, please go. Visit this website to learn what to expect.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop.
Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Each day, researchers make discoveries that bring us closer to the moment when all cancer patients can become survivors. Their progress is made possible with the help of clinical trials. Clinical trials are the brightest torch researchers have to light their way towards better treatments. And if you've been diagnosed with cancer, they may be your brightest ray of hope. Speak with your doctor and visit standuptocancer.org/clinical trials to learn more. Together, we can stand up for all of us.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
They are the greatest fighting force the world has ever seen. But what does it take to bridge the distance and keep them connected to family, home, and country? What does it take to strengthen our service members so they can be the greatest force for good in the world? It takes a force. Be a force behind the forces. Give today at force.uso.org.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Monday at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Why early birds are less prone to depression in HealthSmart.
Monday at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
It's going to be quiet during the morning hours, so get outside and enjoy it because it's the latter part of the day that we'll start to get those rain showers coming on in.
I'll be right back.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991. Now, in one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
According to a new survey by U.S. News & World Report, 3 of Alabama's top 4 hotels and resorts are part of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail Resort Collection. The Grand Hotel Marriott Resort in Point Clear, the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, and the Renaissance Birmingham Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa. Hey, we didn't invent Southern hospitality, we just offer more of it. Visit rtjgolf.com/resorts to find out more.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.